Hey there, and welcome on back. As always, I'm Carl with Target's Attitude, absent-minded professor of knives and all things sharp. Pull up your chairs, grab your pens and paper. Class is about to begin. Okay, we're looking at the CEO from CRKT. Yes, the CEO. Nice little knife. I mean, it's long. It's over 4¼ inches closed, but thin. Very thin. Ought to be interesting. But before we get too far into this, let's get the syllabus work out of the way, shall we? For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Here on Fridays, we do mainly knife reviews. Occasionally, I'll do a review of some piece of camping equipment or survival gear. You know, flashlights, compasses, cooking gear, that sort of thing. But mainly knives. Now, on Mondays, I do knife basics, which you really need to know. This is aimed more at the person who's new to the world of knife collecting and wants to know what we mean by all these fancy terms. What is a liner lock? What is a frame lock? What's a lock back? What do I mean when I talk about flat grind versus hollow grind? These sorts of things. Basically, let's get you up to speed so that when you're looking at a new knife at a knife show or at a knife dealer, you're not going to end up sitting there going, yeah, what he said. Instead, you'll actually know what they're talking about. There is some information that's still useful for those who've been in the field for a while, but yeah, mainly new people. And who knows, occasionally even I learn something new, so worth following along. For those of you who've been with us for a while, I got just one question for you, and yes, you know what it is. Have you subscribed yet? Okay, at least I didn't get crickets this time. Great. We're up to almost 1,000 subscribers, and once we do hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a knife. So if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead, click that bell right down there and the button that says subscribe. That way, when you hit 1,000, you'll be in the running for winning a knife. Look for my videos on that subject for more information on that. For right now, let's go back to this little beauty, shall we? It's got a nicely textured handle. Sure shouldn't get slick. It says it's a glass reinforced nylon handle, which is interesting because, to be honest, it feels more like G10, but it doesn't look like G10. So, pocket clip is nice and deep. And as you can see, you could flip it without any problem to left or right carry. However, you are stuck with tip up carry. You can't get it for tip down. Just the way it is, unfortunately. It is a flipper. It's kind of a small tab there to do the flipping with, but it's there. It's a little stiff right now, but yeah, I imagine it'll smooth out as it gets used. Lockup is nice. It's not spring assisted, as you can see. It's just very smooth. Of course, it's got supposedly it's got the cage ball bearing pivots, so that would help explain that. As you see, the lock covers almost 2/3 of the blade, so yeah, it's not going to close on you very easily at all. Very nice fidget factor, I would say. Yeah. Once it breaks in, there's going to be a nice fidget factor. It's just, right now, as I said, it's a little tight. Now the blade, which is 3.38 inches, is made of AUS 8. This knife is actually from Taiwan, as opposed to the more common Chinese. Fortunately, it's not American made, but I'll take Taiwan just about any day of the year. Let's say it's reasonably comfortable in the hand, but gotta admit it's so thin that I'm not that fond of the feel of it myself. But I know a couple of my friends just love it, think it feels great. So that is a personal opinion, it would seem. And again, very thin blade. So I'm probably not going to try batoning this one. I don't want it snapping in my fingers. I've bled for y'all a couple times on other things. Let's not do it a different way. So yeah, we can use this as scrap paper. Let's see how it works. And as always, this is straight out of the box. No touch-up, no nothing. Yeah, very nice on that. Let's see here. How does it handle cardboard? Double layer corrugated cardboard. Just right through. And the fact that I'm having troubles holding on to things today, not bad. Let's see how it does on. Yeah. Having had COVID was a bitch, but it's okay. Maybe I can't hold on to it by myself, but okay. Even with that being a double layer corrugated cardboard, it's taking that apart quite fast. Beautiful. Let's see here. Next, paracord. Here's some paracord. One guy told me it looked like this was paraweed instead of paracord, but no, it's not smokable. I'll cut that nicely. Very nice. And it says this blade is, even at this tiny loop, I can get a fair amount of the blade through it. So I'm not testing just a tip on this one. And it cut it apart beautifully. Let's see here. You know what? I left Gold Peak tea bottle in the other room. Be right back. I am back. Standard Gold Peak peach tea bottle. Perfect for testing this. Yeah, right in, no problem. Man. Very short work. This will open up any hang package I can think of. In a heartbeat, too. Let's see here. Leather. Let's see, we got some leather here somewhere. Morning, Wills. Sorry, I had to try to get my son to be at least a little quiet. Let's see how this handles leather, shall we? Even easier than it handled everything else. I mean, it's just right through. No problem whatsoever. I can't quite. I mean, it's dug in there fairly nicely, but not piercing it quite all the way through. That's good to know. Let's see here. Zip tie. That's the odd handle zip ties. Yeah. There we go. This one didn't want to feed it first. Oh, and straight through. about for trimming. Yeah. I was trying to pull it through the piece there instead of letting me cut it, but let's see how well it does on chopping. Cutting about 2/3 of the way through with each attempt at chopping, which isn't too bad. As I say, I'm not going to try to do too much with wood. I will check that. That's good. And let's see here. It's feathering it up beautifully. No, sorry. That blade's too thin. I don't want to risk my fingers that badly. So, however, we can still do wire harness. Let's see how it handles this. Did that pretty nicely. Let's see here. Yeah. Fits the wire nicely. Let's see about this. Yeah, just nice. So let's see how it does with ferro rod. Unfortunately, my wife unloaded the cast iron skillet I was using of all the stuff I could normally use to try to start a fire. But let's see, will it strike sparks from a ferro rod? Yeah, it'll do it. Leaving a few scorch marks on the blade, but nothing major. And scorch marks just rubbed off without any problem whatsoever. So, let's go back and double check this piece of paper and see if we do any damage to the knife. I'm not feeling any hang-ups or any damage to that blade anywhere, so that's nice. So there you have it. The CEO Flipper Linerlock from CRKT. Designed by Richard Rogers. Nice little knife. Very elegant. Very upscale, up-class in looks. Not assist opening, but opens very sweetly anyway. Say it's a little thin for me. I prefer something a little wider. But if you're okay with something that thin, it's definitely a great consideration for your EDC. And I say I've got a couple friends who just love the way this feels in their hands, so take it as you wish. For now, though, got to get ready. Got a full day ahead of me, so I wish you luck. I'll leave you with a couple videos over here you might enjoy. And of course, as always, hit that target right over there to subscribe. I hope you do. Just a couple weeks until the Blade Show. I may not have been able to get enough subscribers to get a media pass for this year, but I'll still be filming there. And hopefully, Friday and Saturday night of Blade Show, I can do a live cast, or live stream, I guess I should call it. So I review the day in my hotel room. Hope you join me for that. Meantime, you take care, and we'll see you next week.